Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Curse of the Crimson Throne. A couple of announcements to get out of the way real fast. Starting next week, not this week because I had technical difficulties, we will be streaming again live Monday evenings, starting at 7-ish Mountain Time. Really, who's in Mountain? I should probably say, 9 Eastern
9
and
Eastern.
6 Pacific. Because, the least number of people live in Mountain Time. Which is me. I'm one of them. So, yes, we'll be streaming live Mondays, Curse of the Crimson Throne. So, woohoo! I will be uploading this so that you can watch it and get all caught up before the stream starts, which is wonderful. A bit of sad news. Due to circumstances, Wings will no longer be able to play with us. So, we wish her well. But she is not going to be part of the campaign anymore. I will address Robin tonight, and we will move on. So tonight is going to be a bit interesting. It is a review of a session. So last week we recorded session 104. However, my audio did not record at all due to me fiddling around with settings and something going wrong, which is generally what happens. And it's part of the reason why we're going to start streaming live again. That way, if there's problems, you guys can just let us know in real time instead of missing an entire session because of audio problems. Once we realized that my audio was not working, we had two options. We could try and recap the session, but none of us felt that really would do it justice because this session was, I don't know if my players agree completely, but amazing.
Brutal is a word I would use.
Amazing.
A second brutal.
Yeah, I had a great time. I don't know what y'all are talking
I'm
about.
sure you did.
Shut up, Mary.
As you guys will see, it's just not something that can be captured in a recap, no matter how detailed. So what we are going to do is I'm going to play the session on mute, and we are all going to comment on it and explain what's happening as it happens and what people were thinking and what was happening. I'll even give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes of how that encounter was designed to work. I mean, you saw how it was designed to work, but basically, my thought process is behind it, especially with Mary.
What did I roll performance? Oh, right.
Yeah, this is gonna be like, why did I know that?
So I would suggest, since I can't play any music because, copyright issues and I'm not on Roll20 or anything, I would suggest you at home watching this, put on your favorite epic music that you like to listen to and join us for the next few hours as we recount session 104, which if I had to name, I would just name it one word. Crits. So first things first, let's give a recap of what's happened till now. I can go ahead and do it real quick unless someone wants to. I mean, because there's no inspirations to give.
Are you sure?
You know what? I'll allow it. If someone wants to recap week before last session, I'll let you have an inspiration. Okay, then. Week before last, or really from your guys' point of view, last week's session, our intrepid heroes performed the trial of the sun in order to become members of the Skonqua tribe. And I want to point this out. I want to make this a little clear because it is somewhat confusing. That does not make them Shawanti. The Cindermaw trial is what made them Shawanti. The best way to look at it, even though this isn't technically how it works, the trial of the sun would make you a Floridian, but it does not make you an American. That's not how it works.
Something here.
I thought Texas would be too on the nose because, they're always clamoring for independence.
Yeah.
But think of it that way. No, or a good way to put it is the trial of the sun gets you the green card, not citizenship. I don't really know how else to put it other than that.
I think that's an apt summary.
Yeah.
That sums it up, yeah.
So they were taking the trial of the sun, which involved them carrying 500-pound clay pillars up a cliff and holding them upright for 48 hours straight.
Or having Rhea carry them up.
Yes, having Rhea carry them up. It is a grueling trial of endurance. You can use magic. You could use magic. You could use magic to help you, but you couldn't do things that would pin it in place permanently, so that there was no trial to it. Our party did really well. They got the pillars up there. They only dropped them a couple of times, and even on the last night when they were attacked by land sharks, that was supposed to be difficult to fight and keep your pillars up, they absolutely wrecked my land sharks, and it wasn't really much of a challenge to keep the pillars up at all.
Honestly, if anything, that kind of woke us all up again. Just shit, guys, we got.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone's fading. Nothing like a good fight to just give you
get the blood pumping.
Yeah. And they managed to keep all the pillars up and intact, even though one pillar was 1 point away from breaking. And complete the trial of the sun.
Some land sharks had a nice jaunt out into the Cinderlands.
Other land sharks changed affiliations somewhat dramatically and quickly.
Some got to plane shift for a little bit.
So, yeah, some got to visit another plane for a little bit.
Exchange students, if you will.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Except nothing came back.
Well, they came back, just not for very long.
You know what, guys? I'm changing the banish spell. When you banish something, all it does is replace something on said plane.
You roll a D100 on a chart to see what you replace it with.
It's I banished this soldier. Great, fantastic. So a Balor demon steps out.
No.
He's wearing a cravat for some reason. It's very dashing.
And he says, "This isn't my office, Bambi." As we start this session, I'm going to quickly summarize the first half hour or so of the session before we kind of get into it. As the session started, the group had left or had been acknowledged that they had succeeded and will become members of the Skonquois. The ceremony will be held the next evening when people are rested, as it is dawn. There was a couple of conversations, one with Ross's mother about reading her journal, which she was going to do while Ross was sleeping. And I'm forgetting if there was anything else at the end of the session, because it has been a few weeks. But mostly people were just very, very tired. The Magnificent Mansion was cast. You guys went inside, and you all took a long rest. Before you took the long rest, Ross sent a message to her brother, a sending spell. This wasn't covered in the last session, so I'll cover it now. Basically, the sending spell was, "We are okay. How is Shala and Isolanda and everyone else?" And her brother sent back a response saying, "Everyone is fine and safe, and I'm glad that you are safe too." You guys, before you went to sleep, because it was dawn, Flack and Van Casterkin were actually going to be put to work outside to earn their stay with the Skonquois, because you guys are about to sleep and they just woke up. So, well, kind of. No, you know what? Actually, yeah, I'm going to say that Flack and Van Casterkin slept when you guys stood there, because they don't have to be up. They just have to be there to support you. So they were not in the mansion with you. Satomi actually had a heartfelt conversation with Ross, where Ross found out that Satomi had been spending the last 2 days thinking about a lot of things and talking at length with Akram, who may be an old codger, but is actually fairly wise in his own right, and had come to the conclusion that she had been trying to do things the fast way, not the right way, and that she had been trying to be someone that she wasn't, which is why she kept failing and making things worse and worse and worse for herself. She has accepted an offer to become Akram's apprentice, to become a truth seeker, as she has a wonderful talent for that already. It'll be a long and hard struggle, and she will have to earn the respect of the Linqua again after being a Kitsune. But she has pledged to Eros that she's going to do it the right way. She's going to go back to her people, and without lies, without deceit, and without trying to jump down Cindermaw's throat, because that's not who she is, she's going to earn their respect back little by little the right way, and look into being a true seeker. How did Eros feel about that, Sib?
Ross thought it was excellent. It was a great idea. It was, as far as Ross or Arlen and Satomi always knew when Arlen was lying, so it would have just been the same. And here's a great way that she can extend this wonderful power to everybody.
Yes, very true. They did talk a little bit about what that meant for them, the two of them. And I believe the consensus was basically they both had feelings for each other, but they also both walked very different paths. And the idea at the moment is that when those paths converge, they will be together. And there's, at least from Satomi's side, there's no intent for there being anyone else. They're basically going to be together when their paths cross. And when they walk separate paths, they will be with each other in spirit. Mm-hmm. Is that a fair estimation?
Yeah, I mean, just there's always circumstances in life that can prevent two people who should be together, prevent them from being together, but that doesn't mean you aren't.
Like, sometimes Alita goes into her kennel to sleep, and it's really hard for me to crawl in there with her.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We're apart for, like, hours.
Exactly. Except, I mean, I guess now with everything going on, yeah, you tend to keep your loved ones pretty close.
I will sit outside the kennel for hours waiting for her to wake up. No. But that was that conversation, and then Satomi left the mansion to go continue her lessons with Akram. So a long road ahead for Satomi, but she is done making, or at least attempting to make, poor decisions, because she recognizes now that much of what she did, her decision to try and become a skull crusher, her decision to expose herself to the Shawanti, to force herself to take the Black Walk, all of these were really bad choices, and choices that were doomed to failure, and she sees it now. So she's going to try and do it the right way. At least the right way for her. The Black Walk was the right way for Eros.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, everyone went to sleep. Am I forgetting something? Anything?
Yeah.
What am I forgetting?
There was that. Eros asked Satomi while they were still together to spend some time with her mom.
Yes. And it was funny. She said, "I'll go see Petal," and you were like, "Oh, right, that mom." I meant my other mom.
Yep.
So Satomi promised to spend time with Miri, just at her first available opportunity, which I'm sure will arise this session.
Yeah, and at some point, somebody's gonna have to tell Petal that, like, oops.
You've
You're
been replaced.
co-parenting.
Oh, right, co-parenting. That's a much nicer way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go with you've been replaced, but sure.
I mean, it's difficult to replace something that wasn't really there, but you know.
Yeah. I feel like that'll be covered with, like, Eros wanted to have that conversation before they left at some point.
So, with
Maybe
this,
5 minutes as they're out the door.
With this, the party went to sleep inside the mansion, and they awoke, had breakfast. Amelia did her traditional makeup, her face paint, to cover her bruises, as Shala is not there to help her with more natural-looking makeup. But she did a really good job of it, actually, with the help of one of the other characters. Aras. Which is what the performance check you see is. So they did a good job with the face paint. And then Amelia stepped outside the mansion to go talk to someone, I believe.
Yeah, she wanted to go talk to her dad and be like, "Hey, you said answers, give."
Yes. And the second she stepped outside the mansion door, she heard combat. Screams of pain, shouts of battle, the clash of steel on bone. And as she stepped outside, she saw that all of Flameford had erupted into a fight. Red mantises and stone-skinned gargoyles were actually flying and running through the camp, attacking the Shawanti. And as Amelia stepped outside, and people's heads turned to see her, I had everyone roll initiative. What you see is not the full battle. These are just all the people that Amelia's attention caught. As there are more running through the camp. This is Amelia rolling a nature check to see if she knows what the gargoyle things are, and they are Ashwing Gargoyles, which are natives to the Cinderlands. They are like normal gargoyles. They are made from stone, though they tend to be a bit more vicious and hardy than your average gargoyle variety. Excuse me. I'm not exactly sure how this will work. We've never done this before, but basically when it's a player's turn, I'm going to probably throw it over to the player to explain what they were doing or thinking. This is going to be a mess and a ramble, but it's going to be better than just trying to recap it. But right now, everyone else in the mansion doesn't really know what's going on, except I did allow Amelia did have time to shout back into the mansion, something along the lines of, "Everyone get out here!"
Pretty much. It was a nature check to figure out what the fuck these things are, and then she's just like, "Guys!"
And
I'm going to tell you right now, if you expect me to remember exactly what I was thinking at the time, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning, so,
failure. Negative inspiration.
Chances are you didn't have breakfast this morning.
Listen, man.
And that's why she doesn't remember.
Negative inspiration for Amelia. For all time.
Oh, god damn it.
You're going to have to earn inspirations just to roll at normal. So this and this is me going a little in the background here. This was designed to be a very challenging fight. This was a fight that was supposed to push the party to the limits. You have succeeded. You've had a moment of respite. You have finally sat still in one place for 48 hours, enough time for Ashwing Gargoyles to locate you, contact their allies, and plan and implement an attack. Because if you think about it, you guys have been traveling all over the place, being really hard to locate.
Yeah, you say 48 hours, but I think I don't even know if we were in one spot for more than 24.
No, I'm saying that absolutely not. You guys were teleporting all over the place. This was the first time you were in Flameford, technically for more than 48 hours because you spent the night there before the trial started. So you were there for basically 3 days, which was finally enough time for your enemies to track you down. And basically, you've been such a thorn in their side. Once they found you, the general order was kill them. So a very large task force was sent to wipe you out. And if that meant taking on all of Flameford to do it, well, you guys have made some enemies, so...
Oops.
But yeah, so Ashwing Gargoyles, made of stone, they can fly and have an interesting little ability. You might have heard of it, might not have. It's called Flyby. It allows
Fuckers.
them to move away from you without suffering attacks of opportunity. Also, small thing to note, they have a fly speed of 60 feet. Which no one brought it up, so I assume you guys all figured it out or assumed that was the case, but they had massive move range.
Mm-hmm.
They are also fairly intelligent. They aren't the smartest things in the world, but they are average or above when it comes to intelligence. They work very well together. And they typically coordinated as best they could with each other, as they are kind of pack fighters. They're not like wolves per se, but they do work as a team to take enemies down, which you saw, which you will all see. They are smart enough to determine threats, to determine who is the greatest threat at any one given time, and to focus on that. And then, of course, you have the red mantises. We've seen them before.
Yeah, what a bunch of tools.
Yeah, they're they're nothing to really worry about. They're piddly.
Hmm.
Certainly not able to bring people down with a couple of strokes. So, fun thing to note about Ashwing Gargoyles. I forgot. I had to move the turn order after a bit because it was blocking this. I didn't notice it at first. Ashwing Gargoyles not only have flyby, but they also have 4 attacks around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
1
That
bite,
hurt.
2 claws, and a gore. And their general tactic, there we go. Good me. Look at me. Noticing things.
Yeah.
Their general tactic would be to fly to you, bite, claw, gore, and fly away before you could do anything to them. And these tactics alter a bit as the fight goes on, as you'll see. But right now, they see Amelia. They all know who they're looking for, and it's like, ooh, it's one of them.
Oh, it's the squishy one!
It's the squishy one. So all of their attention is currently on Amelia. It's Amelia's turn. Amelia is determining what she wants to do.
I think I ended up throwing out maybe a chill touch or something.
I'm wondering if there's maybe a way to speed up playtime just a little bit, because
I would think so.
it's going to take us less time to commentate than it is going to roll and all that stuff.
No, I want to know what really was the motivation behind that chill touch.
Well,
How does that make
usually
you
I
feel?
go for firebolt, but these assholes are immune to it. So I figured, fuck these guys, and I used chill touch instead.
I like that. That shows good logic.
I can't.
And then I believe she just kind of popped back into the mansion, just like, fuck you.
Yeah. She ran her chill touch, and then she just stepped right back into the mansion. It does allow me to play it at a faster speed. I don't know how fast is fast, so let's go
7 times.
Hang on, and then playback speed faster. It doesn't tell me. Wait, it's still doing it at normal speed. What's going on?
Oh.
Is it? No, it's not. It's going faster. But it's not that much faster. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe double speed, which should be fine. If we need to slow it down, we will. But there's a lot of time that you guys spent trying to figure out what you wanted to do, so I think we'll be fine. So Amelia did her spell and then stepped right back into the mansion so that they could not attack her. The problem with this is, and everyone quickly understood, is that you can't attack people from the mansion. You're going to have to step out. And if you sit in the mansion, who knows what's going to happen to all the Shawanti. So the group did not have any intentions in staying in the mansion. It's just the squishy had to get out of there.
Yeah, no, she's not going to be the front line that gets jumped on by everything.
It's
Chanting the
Mary's
angel
turn.
mantra, tanks in front.
It's Mary's turn, and this is where the fun begins.
Proud to claim the first crit of the session.
No, it's Ross's turn, actually.
But I was going to say it actually skipped me, but we couldn't figure out where my token was.
Yeah, because remember my mouse was double clicking, so a lot of times it would go move to ahead in the turn order. So it was Ross's turn next.
She steps out, and it was not pretty.
Oh, right, because they were all holding their attack. They couldn't get to Amelia, so they ran up to the mansion door and just held their attack for something to step through. And that something was a Ross.
Yeah.
Considering Amelia's the only one in this party who can't heal themselves in any capacity, you're fine.
So,
you kept rolling to yourself.
Yeah.
I love in my head that it's like, Ross is like, what? What Amelia say? Oh, God! And just
steps outside.
She's stepping past. She's like, wait, no.
Steps outside and takes 25 slashing damage from the first attack.
It's moments like these where I just curse myself for always rolling the lowest initiative as tank.
Right? Oh my God.
Always at the bottom.
Ross, however, does return the favor. Because she has crossbow expert, she can fire at close range without penalty, and fires directly into his face, doing 17 piercing damage. Nicely done. Second barrel missed though.
Yep.
I really want to play music, but I can't.
It's okay. It's fine. Our audience is smart. They got this. They know how to use YouTube.
No, I want to play music. I don't care about that.
Oh no,
I want epic music. It's fine. So now it's Mary's turn. Oh, Ross says...
Well, it occurred to Ross that she probably shouldn't stand there in the doorway. So she decided to move so other people could get out.
Our first crit.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the first one.
You didn't get the first one. So the fun started
you got
before
our
you
first crit.
So she stepped aside, suffered an attack of opportunity, which was a nat 20. And since it was slashing damage, it was sweep the legs. Maximum damage, the target must make a dexterity saving throw on a failed saving knocked prone.
Which I failed.
And she failed. So Ross steps outside, gets slashed for 25 damage, then shoots them, decides to step to the side so other people can get through, and then gets slashed for maximum damage, which with sneak attack and everything was quite substantial. It was like in the 30s. I think it was like 32 or something of that nature.
Yeah,
we found find out.
It was not pretty.
Actually, I will find out. Hang on.
It'll show up in a second.
Will it? No.
No, I guess not.
It wouldn't because I was just doing max. I'll find out because I can.
All right.
Oh, that's right. And Kitty comes in with the comeback. Like,
yes.
No, yeah.
Our second crit of the night. I hope someone's tracking these.
I've got it.
Oh God.
Good.
Oh, thank God, Claudia.
So basically, Aras gets critted, knocked down, hit for so much damage that she's almost down. Kitty comes out, and one important thing to note is that Kitty came out mad, which is not something a construct should be able to do. Constructs don't feel emotion. Kitty was angry, and Kitty came out and just started goring into the red mantis that slashed Ross. Red mantis made the save, so they weren't knocked down, but they did get, they took another 16 points of damage. So basically, this fight starts off with both sides just dishing out massive amounts of damage on all sides. This is very much an offensive fight to begin with. Everyone's just unleashing torrents of damage. So if I go to red mantises and I take a look at what the max damage would be for a sneak attack, it is 2d8 plus 3d6 plus 4. So what's that? 16 plus 18 plus 4, so 20, 38. So Ross took 25 and then 38 points of damage.
Yeah, that was a bad round.
This was me showing them a little bit of art that is set up for this fight. This fight is a major event in the story, and usually when there are major events in the story, they have art to go with it, which is a nice thing about modules.
And the art showed a Ross running in sunburnt Rhea.
Yep. Paizo Pathfinder has their like canon heroes they use for all their module.
Yeah,
artwork.
the iconic ones or whatever they're called.
Yep. So Miri steps out onto the field, and Miri's like, there is way too much fun going on here without me, and this is not good. No bueno. Very bad. Miri decides to join the fun. Steps right in the middle of the two red mantises. However, lucky for her, they had both used their actions, and one of them had used their reaction. So, safe for the moment. And then Miri, I forget what your first action was. I think it was to cure Ross. I'm not sure.
Probably.
That sounds like a Miri thing to do.
I feel like I hemmed and hawed for a while because I was like, fuck.
I think you did prayer beads as a bonus action, and then
No,
I did spiritual weapon as bonus action.
Yeah,
oh, never mind.
I probably did.
not that it was very effective. or
I'm
anything.
pretty sure that she did because there was that sword out there while I was trying to move around.
Mhm.
I believe what's going on is she wants to cast spiritual weapon, and I'm looking for a scimitar.
That, and I was like, oh, I would have rearranged my spells, but I don't want to metagame.
Oh, they pop out of the ground like daisies. We were talking about, what was it, the red mantises being Cabbage Patch Kids?
Oh my god! Right? No, what happens after? Yeah, that's what they become.
They get a murderous streak.
Yeah, Cabbage Patch Kids has a dark future.
Oof.
Oh,
I mean, everything's getting a gritty reboot. Oh, clerics don't have fireball, but Delilah did. Yep.
Yeah, she sacrificed healing for fireballs. It's fine. It's a good thing you guys had an actual cleric there.
The man with the band-aids.
Uh-huh. I finished the campaign with almost 200 bandages.
I think you also started with nearly 200 bandages.
No, like I said.
No, it
like,
was closer to 100 or so.
I tracked it. I think I used like 50-something bandages over the course of the campaign.
That's
Ooh.
incredible.
Mm-hmm.
that's it?
That's a lot. But
Yeah.
the Strahd was a short campaign.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, Murray did Sacred Flame or something because that's a dex save.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
I saved.
radiant damage.
Yeah, and Murray's like, oh well, that's a save or suck spell, so I guess I'm gonna do nothing. How about I guess I'll just throw spiritual weapon out there. Because I remember you.
Because I never fucking hit with it. I never hit with spiritual weapon.
You were like, just like, I'll just throw it out there. I don't expect anything from it.
Yeah,
And I was like, well, here you go, Miri. Here's a nice fancy scimitar. You've leveled up. You have a better scimitar now. And
I was
she
like,
crits with it. And this is our third crit of the night. No, fourth? Yeah, third crit of the night.
Fourth.
Is it our fourth?
Yeah, the
We're
red
only
mantis
counting the
got
ones that
2.
they actually
Oh my
did.
god, right. So, well, I mean, I'm talking about attacks. I'm not talking about saves.
Ah, gotcha. So yeah, 3 then.
Because crit saves don't really count. And she draws the card and then pulls it out on the map. I think actually what she did is she read it and then I stole it from her. But I believe it was quadruple damage.
It was quadruple damage, and I
right.
got that spell slot back.
Yeah, it was quadruple damage and she gets a spell slot back.
So that was my double damage, and I get Divine Strike, which is an extra D8 radiant damage onto any spell attack that I do.
Yeah.
So that was
Oh,
also
yeah.
quadrupled.
Fucking one shot the dude with the skull, and I was like,
Yeah.
damn, Squee, you really just fucked him over with that.
So
Comes out, my daughter's on the ground bleeding, and somebody has to answer for it.
So quick recap. Ross steps out, gets hit for 25 points of damage, and then 8 points of damage, gets knocked prone. People are unleashing damage all over the place. Arasa unleashes 17 points. Yeah, quadruple damage, and if the damage the target takes is equal or greater to 1/2 their... Oh, wait, that's not it. It's the magical one. Quadruple damage, and you regain the spell slot. Roll a d6 and determine the level of the spell slot. So she got up to a level 6. Really, all she'd spent was a level 2, so she got a level 2 spell slot back. Oh, where you
Which
totally
is still
could've,
bananas.
You totally could have cast that as like a level 6 spell and gotten all that back. You would have been doing
Would have been real nice.
3d8 instead of 1d8. Still, basically,
I am not the damage dealer of this party. I think I dish out at the end of that. I think it was like in the 80s. It was like 88 damage.
It was absurd. It one-shotted the Crimson. The Red Mantis. So,
which is bonkers. I never do that much damage. That is easily the only time that I've ever done that much damage in one round.
Spiritual weapon sliced it in half. Gone. And the fight has already been fun. Kitty's crit, Red Mantis's crit, Mary's crit. And we're still in the first round of combat.
We haven't even all gotten out the door yet.
No.
Some of us are still tying our shoes.
I have heavy armor.
I'll be out there in 10 minutes, too.
You just hear her, you're like, shit, I need that still.
Clink, 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 clink.
Forget the greaves, I'll just take this.
So, Yellow Red Mantis went up to her Ross and hit her for
another
a lot.
36 points of damage.
To Ross, or is that to me?
No, it's to a Ross because
she was prone, which means they had advantage.
Yeah, the yellow guy ran up to her, I think.
Yeah, the yellow guy ran up to her and had advantage and hit her for another 36 points of damage. Ross is not feeling good right now.
No.
The gargoyle goes up to Murray and attacks her. Only hits her once, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Wait, no, there was twice.
Yeah, the bite and the gore.
The bite and the gore, yeah. And then flies off. Very annoying buggers, those gargoyles. Red gargoyle comes up and attacks Murray again, and again I'm still rolling to a GM because I haven't noticed yet.
You're not rolling for those to GM.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Yeah, no, I let you know earlier than
good,
that.
Good. So the bite hit, the claw hit. Everything hit except for the gore.
Yeah, he clipped the tent on the way
So Muri's already taken about 20-30 points of damage.
Ross is already out at this point.
Yeah, I think she's down.
Yeah, Ross is down. Kitty's down now.
Yep.
As pink Red Mantis runs up to Kitty and hits her and takes Kitty down in one round. But Kitty had
Finally.
Kitty had their moment though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I should also note, if you look on the Roll20 names, you'll see that we've implemented a new technique, which is they have the character name, their AC, and their passive perception all right there, so I can just look. I still ask if it hits just because it's habit. Like, I realize I've asked if it hits while I'm literally staring at your AC. Because it's reflex.
It's polite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Times
You
I'm
really
just
just,
like,
you just want to hear us sing.
That's a 26. Is that does that hit that instead of 18? I don't
Rhea over here swinging like a champ.
Yeah, I stepped out and I had to take the AOO from the purple guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then before I stepped out of the space, I tried to hit twice, and I think I missed both of them.
Correct, yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I can't go to where Kitty was, I can't go to where Ross was, so I'm just gonna
stand on the dead guy.
Stand over here.
Yeah, she just stumbles out of the door, like, still yanking on her armor, like, no, okay, I got it, guys!
By the way, might I also mention that when Rhea steps out, everyone pops out, because Rhea casts the mansion. And then Robin steps out on the field. So Robin was not controlled by wings. As I said, she's no longer playing in the campaign, and I played Robin for this campaign, for this session. Robin steps out and runs up in an attempt to try and start flanking people and do what Robin does best. And when it was at the end of the turn, a Red Reaver was summoned onto the field by an as yet unknown caster. A portal opened up above the field, and a Red Reaver dropped down into it. And Robin, knowing how dangerous these things were last time you fought them, and how devastating it would be in a camp of civilians, if you want to call Shomanti civilians, decides to focus on the Red Reaver. Runs to confront it, and then we're back to the turn order. Green goes up and attacks Ross? Yeah, because I don't think you were quite down yet, Ross.
Oh, maybe not?
Now you're down. Because with advantage. Another crit! So, almost a crit on the first one for 7 points of damage, and then another crit, which turned out to be, it was claws, so it was slashing damage. I pull out the card. Cards are fun, aren't they?
Yes.
I wouldn't know.
Oh, Rhea.
I can't hit for shit, but at least I can take damage.
Am I not reading the card out? Or did I just want to see if the others hit? That's weird.
I don't know, but I know that you had moved over and the other two were attacks that were at Amelia. Because I was already down, it didn't matter what the damage would have been.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. So I said is that you're down, so there's no point. But still a crit. And then one hit Amelia for 7 slashing, and then the other one missed, and then it flew off. And then it's Amelia's turn.
Amelia doesn't like all the cramped quarters and the things and the stuff. She's debating.
Furious arrow
I
pointing.
think I was asking like what all I could see over there.
Oh yeah, and I was describing that there's many more fighting than what you see just here.
Oh yeah, this is. The
Oh,
part
you were asking.
Yeah,
you want to get casualties from something for like fireball or some shit.
Yeah. She was asking about an AOE spell, and I was like, well, I mean, you don't know who's in those tents, so cast if you like. And Amelia unfortunately chose against it.
Unfortunately.
Wow, it's like she's a responsible caster or something. I think at some point she decides to. Oh no, wait, hang on. Maybe. What do I decide? I think I just threw out another
chill touch, maybe. No, I think you did something else.
It's either a chill touch or a fireball at one of the gargoyles. I can't remember.
Sure took your time throwing it out.
Yeah, I sure fucking did.
Look, plans had to be hatched, okay?
Read your spells while it's not your turn, why don't you? God damn.
You think we had a plan for this? Hold on.
Amelia's like, this one right here.
This motherfucker.
Something's gonna happen.
Oh, and he succeeded on the save.
I think you were trying to toll the dead.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And I was just like, well, fuck, I'm useless. That's cool.
And even though I think we should still count them, even though they don't count, just so we know how many nat 20s were rolled.
Because Jesus Christ.
Oh my
God.
God.
I mean they started out strong with the wisdom saves.
All right, you. I take that as a personal attack. Weary, I think, the 6 slashing.
Yeah, that was to her.
And the 6 slashing, another 12 points of slashing damage to Murray. Murray is starting to get whittled down a little bit. And purple Red Mantis is focusing, I think, on Murray at this point.
Yeah, because Ross is out.
Mm-hmm. And I think Amelia's actually still in the tent. Well, I don't know if she was in the tent or not, but I think this was.
Yeah, no, she was at
She
the
was hanging
tent.
out in the tent.
Yeah, because at that point you were just like, you can't fire from inside the mansion, and I was like, the mansion doesn't exist anymore. Rhea left.
I was like, oh,
And you were like,
right. So the red mantis attacked Murray twice, hitting her twice for 33 points of damage without sneak attack. It just rolled really high damage on those rolls. And then
this is where I'm petitioning the GM to say that Murray has a faster dex than Aras at this point, so she would be able to go first.
Yes, that is correct. So I said, Aras, make me a dex saving throw, and then Sib was like, well, Murray's dex is faster, and we both rolled the same number on initiative of 12. Can Murray go first? And I was like, I don't see a problem with that, honestly. So Murray, you go.
Yeah, hard to be fast when you're unconscious.
I think that's exactly what I said. I said, at the moment, your dex is a bonus of 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Aras does actually have the higher dex. I think
she does.
That's
but
why we came
not
up with
when dead.
that. Yeah.
She was not dead yet. She was just
She's on death's door.
So
Not dead
a
yet.
little bit of leniency from your benevolent DM. I want you all to remember that.
I'll remember that when I hurt Maggie.
I am a kind god. So Murray, spiritual weapon misses.
It had its moment in the sun, man.
Mhm.
And then we're back to business as usual.
And then she healed the Ross. I don't know for how much.
That was from the
So
necklace,
much.
right? Yeah, it was so much healing.
Right, but I don't know if she didn't
A
roll
heal
it, though.
spell, level 6, you got 70 hit points back.
Oh, yep.
Why is it not showing?
Because
Probably
it's
'cause I don't
not
have
a
to
roll, it's straight amount. It's like when Delilah healed Thea that one time.
Yeah, it's just a solid 70. Boom.
So
Take it.
Murray's just like 70. Like she literally slam dunks healing into you.
And
I think it was supposed to be 78 actually, but
I
don't think we counted the 8.
Details.
Ross, while lying on the ground, just suddenly reached out and made Amelia, Murray, and herself all go invisible.
Oh right. And while she's invisible, she can't take attack. Or she can't suffer attacks of opportunity, so she just ran to get some distance. Because let's be honest, it's a bloody meat grinder in there right now.
I'd just like to point out that Aras does this, and suddenly Rhea is standing there all on her own. Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
No, that was not my intention.
First thing
no
in the
idea.
morning,
You know,
you only just tied your shoes, and now your friends have disappeared.
now that I think about it, this whole area right here, even the whole fight was just nothing but a meat grinder.
Yeah.
So much damage. Like that area of the ground is like nothing but red.
Mm-hmm.
Red Mantis misses both attacks. Rolls really poorly. And then Orange Gargoyle makes attacks at Rhea. Not very successfully because Rhea's got an AC of 22. So there was a whole lot this session of me going, miss.
Because I had casted a spiritual.
Not that
should've paid
time,
for
though.
myself.
You know, that's what happens when you have 4 attacks.
But another critical hit. And since
Well,
it's-
Wasn't this one like a hamstringed you or something?
don't lose your head. Quadruple damage, and if the damage the target takes is equal or greater to 1/2 their maximum health points, they are decapitated. However, we all agreed that we don't like one-shot death kills on either side, so we just ignored that and did quadruple damage. Because that's already
It
enough.
still hurt.
It's already enough. So it was like I think we were just taking the 8.
Yeah, at first we were, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was 32.
32 points of damage from one claw attack, and then
Which I completely forgot that I had that feat to take off some damage from that. 'cause
Oh,
it's been
did you?
so long. So it wasn't
Oh.
until later on that I was like, oh shit, I can take off.
And another claw attack hit, so another 9 slashing. So overall, she
Mhm.
took like 41 points from that gargoyle attack. So again, a meat grinder. And this is the guest yurt too, guys. It's like having a battle royale in a hotel room. You don't own that.
We're never
Well,
gonna
hey,
be allowed
it got
back.
a new paint job free of charge.
We're never gonna be allowed back.
No.
They don't have a choice. We're one of them.
Another hit for another 10 slashing. So now, in very short order, Rhea has taken like 51 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
We've got green cards, motherfucker. We can show up whatever we want.
Step on them, Rhea.
Oh, right. I was like, hey, Squee, I want to take a bonus action to take a potion
Oh, yeah.
of growth.
Yeah. It's like, I want to take a potion. I was like, what kind of potion? Growth. And I choked on my drink. I legitimately choked on my drink when she said growth, because that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting healing. And Rhea just chon. Big Rhea.
See, now we know when Rhea thinks she's alone, she goes into like her Hulk face.
Mm-hmm.
And then Annika went into Hulk face. No, Annika is giving Rhea advantage.
And she's finally actual familiar size.
Uh-huh.
So Rhea did 12 piercing and threw a smite on there for 18 more damage, and then 11 piercing. So what are we looking at? 23, 33, 41 points of damage.
40-something, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Big Rhea just starts annihilating the Red Mantis. Again, I can't stress this enough. More damage has been thrown into this one section of the map than like entire battles sometimes.
Yeah.
Gotta let them know that we're not fucking around, Squee.
I think that for this point forward, Flame Forward will make this yurt a tourist attraction. It'll be called the Bloody Yurt.
Oh yeah, and if we didn't have enough fucking problems already, more motherfuckers showed up.
Yeah.
As time
yeah.
went on, Red Mantises realized, oh, here are our targets. Screw the Shawanti, we're taking them down. Because they were specifically told, these motherfuckers right here.
And we were running out of colors, so we named them Sad and Snail.
Yes. Sad and Snail, yes. I'm just going to let you guys know. I think I told you this during the session too. Black Rose is tired of your shit.
I'm tired of her shit.
You guys have been foiling her plans. You've been hard to find. Oh, okay. So we are to Robin's and the Red Reaver's turn. So this was something where I kind of paused, and I'm going to pause it here too, because I don't know if I have enough time with it at higher speed. I handled this kind of narratively. The Red Reaver charged Robin and kind of gored Robin and turned and slammed Robin into the large campfire, crushing the lower half of Robin's body. Robin, realizing how utterly dangerous this thing was, not even counting everything else that was going on, and realized that the lower half of his body was probably not going to be working for the moment, had a very quick conversation with Namara that basically went along the lines of, we have to get this thing out of here. Namara, who is focused solely on Isolanda, says, no, we have to protect Isolanda. But Robin made a plea that these were now his people, and if he meant anything to her, she would help him. And to the surprise of many, maybe even to Robin, Namara actually does really care about Robin, and in a very brief moment decided to do something that would forever change their fates. Namara decided to let go. She'd already lost all her power. Her patron was gone. She was a shell of what she once was. Robin's bond had transferred to Isolanda, so she had lost that too. All she had was the drow in front of her, and she didn't want to lose him too. So she decided to move on, to let go of this plane of existence and pass on, leaving one small black feather on his bracelet. one small piece of her soul left behind that could help Robin. And with this power, Robin cast basically a very powerful plane shift spell that popped him and the Red Reaver out of existence on this plane and into existence on another plane. The difficulty with this is, as has been mentioned in the past, Robin has other bodies that he can drift to if this body is destroyed. However, all those bodies are on this plane of existence. He is not. And the chances of him surviving that fight, possible, maybe, not likely. So Robin might be dead, might not. But as far as the players are concerned, as far as the characters are concerned, Robin's gone. Which is something they will have to deal with later. Because at the moment...
we're a little busy.
But Namara passing on to give Robin the power to save those who had become his people. And Robin placing his faith in I think he said something to whoever he could see about taking care of Isolanda.
Yeah. Maybe Rhea.
I forget. I think it was Rhea. Because it wouldn't have been Ross because she was invisible.
Mm-hmm.
But basically put his faith in his friends that they would take care of Isolanda and did what he needed to do to save those who had become his people. And with that, they disappeared. Possibly never to be seen again. Amelia had a plus sign. It was probably like, DM, I'd like to call time out, please. Time out. Amelia's holding the T sign up. Ref, time.
The ref ignores her because she's invisible.
Yes.
Actually, what was I trying to...
I have no idea.
You were doing a perception, clearly.
I was trying to do a perceive.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember what I was trying to do that way.
Yes, Rhea is big.
I think it was if there was anything left of Robin.
Oh, right, yes. And you saw on the ground a slightly bloody blue scarf.
That sounds about right. Yep.
Ashwing Gargoyle makes a successful... No, actually, I think they all missed Rhea. Because Rhea and flies by. And it's Amelia's turn.
Amelia would like to GTFO, please and thank you.
Unacceptable.
I think I was waffling a little bit because I was like, oh god, they're all so close and god damn it, I don't like this and then someone mentioned, well, you're invisible, so you can leave. And I was like, shit, you're right. Fuck, I should do that.
And this is the moment where all of the squishies thought it was a good idea to be away from the tanks.
Yep. So,
because they're brilliant.
And then I believe I was debating what kind of AoE I wanted to throw out. I no, at this point I think I was asking if the Ashwing Gargoyles were immune to or resistant to fire damage because they live in the Sunderlands, blah blah blah, and also fucking red mantises. And then you were like, no.
Yeah.
They aren't.
I looked it up. Ashwin Gargoyles are not immune or even resistant to fire. Bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
Only.
I don't remember what I rolled a d4 for. Oh, right, to see how long I was big. I only got 1 hour.
Oh no, Amelia, you were asking if they are actually made of stone.
Right.
Oh yeah, I asked that earlier, and this is the part where I was like, hey, if they're made of stone, then they're slightly more fucked than they would have been. I was thinking about casting Shatter.
We determined that they are made of stone, which means Shatter they have disadvantage to save against. And Amelia made her second brilliant decision, which, and I jest because honestly Amelia was very, very effective. But she separates herself from all the tanks and then makes herself priority number 1 by showing just how deadly she was to these gargoyles.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's not like she was by herself now.
Uh-huh.
As far as she was
far as
aware,
she
she
knew.
was 100% by herself. She did not see a Ross take off in that direction.
So this is me trying to determine if they are made from stone or not, because like it says stone-like, but they are flippin' gargoyles. So as far as I understand, they are made from stone. I think I even looked it up online. It says that they are. So
I believe somewhere
they're
around
living
here is also the
stone.
part where I brought up the fact that gargoyle is the improper term for them, even though it's
Yeah.
used so often. And you know what? I'm not even going to get into it. I stopped myself then. I will stop myself now.
They should actually be called grotesques.
Yes.
Which is a much cooler name as far as I'm concerned.
It's so literally you're calling them gurgle. They're gurgle monsters.
Gurgle
really?
monster.
Oh my
so
God.
one of them fails and one of them saves, and they take 23 points of thunder damage. And she becomes uninvisible, and the gargoyles look at each other, chatter in a high-pitched language, and look at Amelia.
This bitch right here. And Amelia immediately knew. Oops.
That was the moment she knew.
She chuckled and said, I'm in danger. I don't know what this is me doing here, but Blue Gargoyle is like, hi, Squishy.
Yep.
Yep. So that was a no, that was a yes, that was a yes. I believe this is the first time I cast shield.
Yes, this was the first time.
This is the start.
And that hit you anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
Shield saved your life, but still
I will never get rid of that spell ever.
Still wasn't as effective as it should have been.
Oh. Oof.
And this is attacks against Muri. 23 slash.
I think I might have gone down in this round.
And the thing is, this was with disadvantage as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Because she was invisible, but they knew
you're
where.
invisible.
Yeah, she was invisible, but she hadn't moved, and they had a general idea of where she was, so they attacked with disadvantage and still hit her, and I believe brought her down. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the spiritual weapon
'Cause
disappeared.
I was in a place where I could not move.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's why it only made one attack, because she was down.
Uh-huh.
Now, if I was a cruel GM, I could have had them attack again, but I didn't think about it.
Coup de grace.
Well, in that case, all it would have done is made her automatically fail 2 death saves.
Mm-hmm. But then there's somebody else up there.
Yep.
If you are a horrible
Yeah.
DM.
They don't know that she fell.
Mm-hmm.
I typically, as a DM, with rare exceptions, I typically do not attack down characters. And it makes a certain amount of sense, because if you're in the middle of a pitched battle, you focus on what the threat is. If they are down, they are not currently a threat.
You can take them out after.
Typically,
She's also. Sorry. Continue.
Typically, they need to have cause to continue attacking, i.e., they have some sort of hatred for this individual target, or, and Muri, I didn't tell you this, but later in the fight, if they had gotten you down, they would have kept attacking. Because by that time, they knew if she gets back up, we're in trouble.
Uh-huh.
So I typically don't, unless there's very good reason for the NPC to continue attacking. Aras casts healing on herself.
Nope, that was on.
That was on me.
Yep, healing word.
Gotta get the healer back up.
On herself. No.
And then I apparently disappeared off the screen.
Yeah, I guess I zoomed in a little too far.
It's okay. It's okay. I was thinking about turning invisible again.
Right, she was still invisible, but she was thinking about she's been holding on to this dust of disappearance forever.
Yep.
Since back in the Pathfinder days. And we had a small conversation about would it work the way it did still in Pathfinder, and the conclusion was, after some him and hawing on my part, that you were given an item that worked that way. I wasn't going to change it now. This dust of disappearance is going to work as written, but any future, if you find any futures, it'll be under 5e rules.
Mm-hmm.
But I did eventually, at the end of the day, think it's really kind of cheap to give you an item that you think does something for so long and then say, nope, that's not what it actually does. So,
yeah. And then I had several rounds before I could actually use it because it was still in my bag of holding.
Yep. You had to get it out as an action, then you had to use it. So what it does in Pathfinder is it casts greater invisibility on yourself for, I think, 1d6 rounds or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
In 5e, it basically acts like a level, like an upcasted invisibility spell. It allows you to choose, like, I think you and 2 other people to turn invisible, something like that.
Yeah, I think something like that.
So
It had
I think the deciding factor was learning that it cost 3,500 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was because I was like, as expensive as that was, I'm going to let you keep it. Which one's more effective is kind of situational, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
greater invisibility on one person for 1d6 rounds is great.
2d6 rounds.
Oh, 2d6,
Yeah.
But invisibility on 3 people for like an hour might be even better, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
But in this particular instance, it was much better to be the Pathfinder version.
Yes, it was. When I could eventually get to using it.
Mm-hmm. Don't know what's going on now. I think Murray is getting back up.
Yeah, I think so.
Off her knees.
I don't remember what I did. I think
this is when you cast Sanctuary on yourself. You got up and you're like, that's not working.
No, thank you.
No,
thank you.
Yeah, and then she cures wounds someone with a prayer bead.
Probably myself.
Probably, because you were really damaged. So she stands up, Sanctuary and prayer bead cure wounds. Which is incredibly powerful, because normally you wouldn't be able to cast 2 spells in one turn, but that's a magic item.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to look this up for future. I mean, it's fine. We've done it for now. But now that I say that, just because I say that, you still might be limited. You still might not be able to cast prayer beads and Sanctuary in the same round because it is spells. I will look into that. Obviously, it's done, right? And I'll get back to you, Murray.
Okay.
Because even if it's a bonus action, you still may be limited to the rules of 5e. We'll see. But for now, it was used to help you stay afloat.
Yeah, I think the reason that I can cast it as a bonus action is because, like, the bead contains the spell.
Right, but the thing is, 5e rules, and I have to look into this, but 5e rules state if you cast a spell, even as a bonus action, the only other thing you can cast is a cantrip.
Okay.
I don't know if that applies to magic items or not, so I will look it up.
Okay. And now the wisdom saves.
Bobby, why are we asking if Bobby was here?
Oh, I don't remember what joke we made.
It was one of the red mantises kept really fucking up his wisdom saves, and I was like, Bobby, is that you?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, the red mantises have a wisdom save of +0, and Mary has a DC of 17. And in order to attack her with Sanctuary on, they have to roll a wisdom save. And here's the interesting thing. So here's the gargoyles continuing to attack Amelia because she made herself priority number 1. Here's the problem. The red mantises are fanatical. This gives them advantages that we will learn about later in this session. But it also gives them certain disadvantages, as in they will relentlessly attack Murray until they have better options, or like they are fanatical. So even if it might have been better to go after Amelia or whatnot, they are there. Murray is there. They are going to cut her down, or at least try, and fail a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The number of Red Mantis failed wisdom saves is phenomenal.
It's almost as staggering as the number of 20s we started the session with.
Yeah. So, Gargoyle... I forget.
We had some gargoyles attack Amelia, and now it was Rhea's turn.
Oh, yeah.
With, I think she's attacking the pink mantis.
Yeah, I was attacking the pink, trying to take him out. I luckily hit him twice. His big girl Rhea killed him.
Dade. One thing I should point out is that many of these red mantises were taken out very, very quickly. I don't think any of them had a chance to get the red mist off that makes them disappear.
They didn't.
No, because they would typically go from having like 30, 40 hit points to nothing.
And then I gave inspiration to Ross, I think.
I think it was Amelia.
I think it was
Amelia?
Yeah.
Because she was suffering all of the gargoyle.
Right, yeah.
Can't imagine why.
You got this, kiddo.
And green gargoyle.
I can't get over there.
That's what you got, shield.
Shield.
And another hit, even with shield. So another. So the thing about the gargoyles is they didn't do good damage, but they can hit you up to 4 times a round. So they ship, and when you have 4 gargoyles,
and this is the part where they fucked up again because I cast Shatter and they were like, shit!
Yes. So this was me as a DM going, are they smart enough to figure this out? Maybe if it happens to them twice. That's what I was thinking in my mind, right? They've got like a 10 to 12, and it varies a little bit for them, but 10 to 12 intelligence, right? And I'm like, did they figure out the shatter affected them because they were so close? You know what? If she does shatter again, they'll figure it out. And after you cast shatter the second time, they started spreading themselves out. This was your first greater healing potion where you healed for far too much.
Oops, sorry.
There is a miscommunication on how much greater healing potions heal. But that's fine. She needed the help. Constitution saving throws from the shatter, and they all failed, except one succeeded, right? The 16, I think.
No, her DC is 17.
Never mind, they all failed and took another 18 points of damage. And at this point, they're like, "Oh, we should probably spread out." Also, truly confirmed priority number 1 right there. Little girl all by herself. And guess whose turn it is?
You know, I've noticed that I have a really bad habit in like really big important battles of just fucking off by myself. Like with the rocks. It's weird. Like Amelia.
You also have a habit of
an idiot.
You also have a habit of making angry faces when things attack you.
Yeah.
She always
I don't like it.
Oh, look. Red Mantis trying to make a wisdom saving throw. I wonder if that'll work. No.
It's just his first day on the job, man. He's trying.
And I think the other one tried to attack me.
Camp.
Yeah, the other one tried to attack and failed both times.
Oof.
And this is where the combat starts to slow in the center portion over there.
A little bit.
Because you've got Murray with Sanctuary on, and Tank Rhea McGee over there with an AC of 24 or 22?
22.
Yeah.
22, who is currently a giant with help from a familiar.
So basically, there's a long time where basically red mantises don't do much.
At this point, actually, Aras moved up so she can do Channel Divinity on Sad Boy Red Mantis.
Yes!
Yeah.
Channel Divinity to make them invulnerable to the next attack. And then what that means is whatever damage they take is doubled.
While still, wanting to use that invisibility powder, but can't quite get to it yet.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
And then she casts a healing word on Amelia, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
Don't know why she's laughing at you. That seems rude.
Just a single tear from Amelia, like, oh my god.
A whole 5 points. I upcast it, and it was a whole 5 points.
You try.
It's very rude, Amelia. You should accept what offer is given, what help is offered. Murray's turn. Murray sits there and does not attack because Sanctuary. Murray did something that she very rarely does. Healed people.
She was really switching it up this battle. I had no idea what she was going for.
I think we're thinking of the wrong cleric here, Scream.
My mistake. Mass cure wounds on, I think, everyone within 60 feet.
Yeah.
As she unleashes another massive spell.
Thanks, Mom.
And then cast that again for more healing. I will have to look that up. That might be completely legitimate. I know we've been doing it this whole time, but it also might not, and for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you had a staff of power, that would allow you to cast something as a bonus action and then also cast something else. That's crazy. Hey, look, Red Mantis couldn't hit you. Thought about it. Really thought about it, Murray.
He tried so hard.
Mold it over in their brain, but then they just put their saber down. I believe I kept saying that was
there's another shield.
That was your third shield, or I think.
Third, yeah.
Hey, look.
Yeah, at that point you were just like, I'm guessing you're casting a shield.
More failed wisdom saving throws. They're like, I'm gonna. Oh, are those down feathers? Those are adorable.
Oh, she's so soft and she seems so nice. Like she might give me cookies if I don't hurt her. Wait.
So basically, guys, just envision Amelia out there alone, being attacked by gargoyles as if they were a flock of seagulls, just diving down on her.
I'm so glad you and I have the same vision of just seagulls bombarding her.
And blue arcane shielding protecting most of her.
And Mary at the top of the map with 3 red mantises is just staring at her.
Yeah.
Just swearing all around.
For a long time at the top up there, it's just like, hold on, Mary, I got this one, and then hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because nobody else was doing anything to those ones up there, so it's just Rhea, hold on.
Rhea, and of course, this guy was vulnerable to the next attack, so he took 15 plus 17, doubled, and dead.
Yep.
Sad boy dead.
Yep.
Well, now he doesn't have to be sad anymore because he's dead.
Mm-hmm. And then I moved over, I think, to try and flank the yellow guy.
Get that taste
Yellow. Courageous yellow. My God, yellow. It was almost like Skeleton, the last levels of heroic last stands. And there's Amelia laughing again. I don't know what you have to be so happy about. You're getting slaughtered out there, girl.
I think she was laughing at how horribly that man got slaughtered.
He did. He really did. Like I said, all the red mantises kept going from plenty of health to no health.
Oh yeah, more gargoyles showed up.
Oh yeah.
And at this point, we start recycling colors.
Yeah.
Mm.
At this
They're
point,
dead. It doesn't matter.
At this point, all the players have entered the field. That doesn't mean that there wasn't still fighting going on, but basically every creature that was close enough to you that wasn't directly engaged with Shawanti was in the fight. And I think I told you guys, like, at least a third, almost half of the entire force attacking was focused solely on you guys. And you guys were outnumbered, I think, 3-1 at this point. It was absurd numbers. Oh, look!
Oh,
A crit!
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Oh, it's a brow slash. Target is blinded.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I was so pissed.
Yeah. Double damage and target's blinded to their next turn.
Oh,
I think it was other and also another shield too.
Oh, you are lucky I forgot to do those with advantage. If you're blinded, all attacks against you are with advantage.
Yeah.
That's fine. You
another crit.
There's another crit. There we go.
God, I think at some point I commented, like, my health was going up and down like a fucking yo-yo.
Yeah.
And someone else was commenting about me weighting the digital dice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was me too.
Yeah.
I think that was you, me, and Blue.
So triple damage on Rhea, another 21 points of damage from a claw. As the crits just keep on rolling in.
See, I get it why now you're having so many problems with audio. You made a deal with the devil.
Crits for your audio.
Worth it.
Oh, God. I think I was trying to figure out what the fuck I was going to do because I was like, God, she's blinded. And then you were like, no, you're not anymore. And I was like, oh, shit, okay. What did I decide to do? I was trying to figure out.
You were like, I can't shatter them anymore.
God damn it. What did I do?
Actually, no, I think you were
I
blinded
think
this
no.
round.
I was like, there's nothing that I can really hit them with that would be useful. I think I just ended up using the dodge action.
Oh, yeah. No. What happened was you were blinded this round, so you used the dodge action.
Was I?
Yeah, because otherwise you would have probably hit those two up there with another shatter because they were close together.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I don't think you could see them because of being blinded or till the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't do anything anyways. Oh, that's right, because I was like, hey, Squid, could I, like, use Etika to, like, do the thing?
Oh,
but then
yeah.
you're like, nope. Oh,
Yep, because nope.
Yep, so I just ended up doing the dodge action. Trying to be smart with my action economy.
It's hard. It really is.
And then they tried to attack me again.
Just a whole lot of see here's what half of my turns became. Miss, failed wisdom save, miss.
Oh, look, a crit. Miss.
A crit, yeah.
Miss.
Oh, man.
But those flyby attacks were super annoying and downed multiple people.
Mm-hmm. Multiple times.
Yeah.
Purple,
Like
this is your chance. This is your moment, buddy. You can do it. It's just an owl. You can do it.
I believe in you.
It's just an owl.
Purple,
You fucking got this, dude.
You got this. Roll it. What are you waiting for? What was I doing? There we go. Nope.
You were hyping yourself up.
Yeah.
And then
Probably.
failing.
I remember there was a point where I was hyping Purple up. And no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Shut up, Amelia.
I had to celebrate the little things for everyone else because I was getting my ass
You
kicked.
couldn't even see it happening. Oh, man. So now they've got Weary surrounded, which means that if they could hit her, they'd have advantage. if they could hit
Yep.
her.
Keyword there.
Flanking doesn't give you advantage on saving throws, though. So Mary rolls 48 plus 19. That has to be healing.
That's another heal. Yeah.
The plus 19 gives it away.
Mm-hmm. It's her plus 11 with my plus 8.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a mass cure wounds. I was measuring to try and see who I could catch with that.
Yeah.
I think it ended up being just the two of us.
No, I think it got almost everyone.
Yeah, it got me.
I think it got Amelia. I don't think it got Aras.
Personally, I think it was an overreaction. I don't think you guys were doing that badly. You needed more healing.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if I could catch Amelia. I don't think I caught you, Aras.
Yeah.
No, you
Mass
didn't.
cure wounds is 30 feet.
Yeah, I think Amelia was at 35 too.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Oh, no, wait. She might have been
being
just
so
there.
far away from your healer.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, she would have been just at the edge of it. She could have gotten it.
Yeah, that's an important thing we need to remember for next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't run away from the tank and the healer.
No. I think that's fine.
Oh, no.
No.
I must have been able to get all of you. Mass cure wounds is 60 feet.
The problem is...
I don't think that was a mass.
The problem isn't that Aras ran away from everything. The problem is that she wasn't drawing enough attention to herself. Until next turn.
You say that like it's a bad thing. I currently have the lowest AC of the group, so you know.
Which makes this next decision ballsy.
Let me tank for you, goddammit.
I was
Stop taking risky shots. I will personally take down the squishies.
So, Aras's turn. Still looking to get that dust of disappearance. The problem is that Aras can't afford to waste an action doing it when people are in so much danger. So I believe Aras makes a ballsy decision. Out there on her own, with no one to protect her. She takes her gun.
Oh, we were talking about the healer.
Obviously, so Amelia couldn't.
And she fires off a shot and hits.
One of the gargoyles, yep.
And does 34 points of damage to one gargoyle. And the gargoyles all look at each other and go, okay.
Switching targets. I inevitably am offended that they no longer consider me sweeping targets. All right.
Well, you know, I had to give you some support somehow.
So
It's like trying to save your friend who's being attacked by seagulls by waving a bag of chips.
Basically, the gargoyles were looking at Amelia going, she cast this really painful spell. And then look at that dwarf. That dwarf just did a bang shoot thing and took half my health. Get her!
You know, maybe I wasn't thinking that far ahead. It was just...
You don't say.
Amelia needs some help, and let me distract him. And
we can plan all we want, like, out of combat, but as soon as combat hits, there is no train of thought. There is only act now.
I think it's endearing. You guys put the safety of the others above your own. To your
someone finally saved! Does he hit though?
Yes, he did! For 30 slashing. That was Yellow! There you go, my boy, Yellow! I told you, Yellow was epic. Oh, man. Orange. Kill the dwarf! Actually, no, Orange was too far away.
One after me.
Yeah, because what the gargoyles started doing, because they knew Rhea was so hard to hit, is they used flanking to their advantage. They swoop in low behind Rhea, attack with advantage, hit maybe once, and then swoop off again.
And then fuck off.
Mm-hmm. But you know, even doing 8, 9, 10 points of damage around was slowly chipping away at Rhea, and fail. Red's turn. That's a gargoyle. This is the gargoyle that was like, all right, listen here, dwarf.
Yeah, this is the turn where I realize I have the lowest AC of the group right now.
Miss. Hit.
Mm-hmm.
Miss. Hit.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel good, does it?
No.
Those damn seagulls.
Mm.
And then it's Rhea's turn. And Rhea's
This might
like,
be the turn where I started to completely whiff it.
yeah.
Oh, no, I think
No,
I got
you
it.
got it. You got one, yeah. You got two.
Oh.
But Yellow took time to get whittled down because no crits, no vulnerabilities. I think you threw a smite onto it though.
I think so.
I think you threw a smite onto almost everything.
Yeah.
Yep, Divine Smite, there it is.
It was like, look, I don't use my spell slots for a whole lot, and I can't use another, like, smite spell because I've got Shield of Faith on, and all of those are concentrations. It's like, fuck it, might as well.
But red manises generally have the range is between like 60 to 90 hit points, and I believe yellow was on the upper end.
Alright.
Because I like to roll my hit dice for all my baddies. It's boring if everyone has the same hit point count.
Good to know.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just gonna sit here. I can't help you deal damage.
I will let you know. I will let you know. I think the highest number of hit points that any of the red manises had was annihilated by the spiritual weapon in one round. Just
amazing.
I think this is pretty much the point where Weary is still invisible, but just has Sanctuary on her. So Rhea's staring down.
No, she wasn't invisible.
No, I went down.
Oh, right. So
but she had
Rhea's staring down at Weary in this one spot, just not taking hits, but also not doing anything. Like, oh,
yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, this is the
keeping
part
your
where
ass
I'm
alive.
offended.
Don't you dare say she's not doing anything.
And Ross takes a bit more damage, and this is where Amelia gets pissed that she's no longer the focus.
How dare you! I am always a threat. Come back here. You fucks.
I'm insulted. But
Here I am getting
Amelia,
flanked
you
again.
didn't even want their attention 30 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. That was 2 hits. That advantage really did whittle you down now that I'm rewatching it. I kept thinking like it wasn't helping that much, but it was at least getting 1 or 2 hits per round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be back on you in just a
Look
second.
at Ross with the encouraging words.
Like, don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm about to go invisible and then you're screwed.
Oh, God.
And you'll notice the gargoyles are now keeping a healthy distance from each other.
Yeah, fuckers. Oh, what did I end up doing here? I think I still rolled a shatter. It was just on one of them.
I think so, maybe. And
Maybe.
And the top has already devolved into the stalemate.
Yup.
And Yellow's in a tough position. Yellow can try to make wisdom saves against Weary to attack with advantage and sneak attack, or turn around and attack Rhea without having to make a wisdom save, but no advantage, no sneak attack, and has to beat a 22 AC. Really, no good choices here.
Mm-hmm.
If only they could have just GTFO'd and gone after the squishies, but unfortunately the mantis... Well, fortunately, unfortunately, however you want to look at it, the mantises are very fanatical.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would rather deal with the bullshit chip damage with flyby seagulls than having to deal with those motherfuckers.
Yeah, me too.
I believe the last time you dealt with the red mantises, Amelia went down in 1 turn.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
Crypt of the Thrall Keepers, yeah.
Yeah.
Constitution succeeded and only took half damage. That's right, you cast another shatter and it succeeded this one.
That's what I thought.
It's still a nice roll though, so he still took 8 damage. And you didn't even upcast that.
I used so many fucking spell slots.
Mostly on
And
shield.
to start upcasting shield, yeah.
I had to just start upcasting it. And it was like, fuck my life.
All right, sad gargoyle. What did you do, sad gargoyle? Oh yeah, you went and took some shots at Weary.
Tried.
Failed. Saved.
But does he hit?
Yes. No.
No.
Failed. Failed. Saved. And hit. 5 damage.
Yep.
Woo!
A whole
Good job,
5
bud.
damage! Finally, someone hit her.
Where'd that 5th save come from, Squee?
I don't know.
Your mouse is probably double clicked.
Probably double clicked one of them.
Why'd he have advantage on a save then, Squee? The last one shouldn't have hit.
The last one should have 22.
Mm-hmm.
22
The first one
defense.
before that was a 7 and a 23, though.
I believe that was double clicked from the 13 and the 3. She only got hit once with that last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mouse
But I'm
double clicked.
saying-
My mouse double clicked on the 13 wisdom. So 13 and a 23. Neither of those hit. It was. The
Oh,
last-
I see what it was. You rolled
Yeah.
you rolled straight up wisdom instead of a save.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Same
Yeah.
diff. Well, is it same diff? No, actually, I think it's weaker.
No, they had a thing, yeah.
They had a plus to it. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's why. It all makes sense. I'm a good DM.
I remember it in session. I just didn't remember it just now.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to figure it out myself. I was like, why did I roll 5 times?
Yeah. Now the red mantis is trying to make another wisdom save. Yeah.
Yay! Purple finally did it! And missed. I was so happy and then so sad.
She's just a soft little old bird lady.
Oh, man. Mary decides to cast Fireball. But instead of Fireball, it's healing.
I was asking how everybody was looking.
This is Amelia saying, I don't want to be too specific, but on a range of 1 to 77, I'm like a 43.
Just a general spitball.
Yeah.
Really? I thought she was just rating her healing with very specific numbers.
43 out of 77. Would do again.
Yeah, these Yelp reviews got really weirdly specific.
You gotta stand out.
Well, I mean, it's like a 56%, so
Look,
above average.
I have an individualized 77-point health scale.
It's like a pain scale, except extremely customized and specific.
I tried the new hibachi grill tonight. I rated 6 blues out of cars. High ratings.
If a car dealership can have a 50-point inspection, suggestions are just as intricate, if not more so.
So this is when Ross is like, that whole invisibility idea I had.
Starting to look real attractive.
She just looks around and there's 4 gargoyles just staring at her. You know what? Maybe I'll just GTFO.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Let them have fun with Amelia. So Ross steps in to save Amelia, deals with 1 round of their counterattacks and said, "You're on your own."
Well, no,
I'll
because I
help
had
you.
to.
Never mind.
No, I had to get it out first.
I know.
So I had to get it, and Alora was so kind to send Amelia over to help me rummage through my bag.
Annika, yeah.
Sorry,
Annika,
Annika.
who
Yeah.
can't interact with anything.
Oh, it was so,
Right next
so
to your
hilarious.
car keys.
It was so hilarious, and then Ross goes greater invisible, which means Annika can't really help her anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everything's fine.
I think my favorite thing is I'll just, put like the end of the gun over her shoulder and hold it.
She's intangible.
She's incorporeal.
It's the motivation that helps. I feel steadier. No, we determined that it didn't make a difference anyway because attacking with greater invisibility gives you advantage either way.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she was just useless over there. Can you get this out of my bag? No.
So
Can you dust it over me? No.
So Ross used the Dust of Disappearance to cast greater invisibility on herself, and then wisely moved so that the gargoyles would have no clue where she was.
Yeah.
And Annika was just like, I guess I'll just sit here.
Go back to Rhea,
cool.
I guess.
Annika also had no idea where she was. And she had greater invisibility for the next 6 rounds.
So I still have it for,
So, for those of you not in the know, greater invisibility allows you to cast spells and make attacks without dropping invisibility. Very, very powerful.
So I can shoot gargoyles and they can't come and attack me.
Right. I mean, they're up in the air, they're 30, 40 feet away, they have no clue where it's coming from. I mean, they could get they might be able to tell it's the bush, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's still, 5-6 squares? There's no way they're going to hit you.
Doesn't the crossbow feat allow you to make hidden attacks without revealing your position anyways?
No.
No, that's a different feat.
No, that's Skulker. That lets you hide and not reveal yourself when you attack
I'm
someone.
thinking of the wrong
and
one.
that would be crossbows, not thunder cannons.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, look, a crit.
You're so lucky you're not taking shots right now, aren't you, Squee?
Why would I punish myself for being amazing? Alone.
Fucker.
I think that one just did max damage.
Yeah, which is not really that impressive. Hang on.
So now the gargoyles are back to attacking Amelia?
Ashwing Gargoyles can do a max damage of, what was it, a claw? No, it was a gore.
was gore.
8. So, not that impressive.
Oh, Amelia, look. Your amount of health is the same as that crit.
Miss.
Another shield.
Another shield.
That's the 5th one.
Wait a second. Wasn't that just 44 a second ago? Amelia, what's happening?
Shut the fuck up.
I know,
Squee.
everybody, at some point you were like, God, my health is yo-yoing. And I'm like, wonder how that happened.
Oh, here's where I start waffling on attacks.
Yeah,
Missing
you got
the first
one,
but I got
but-
the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It's Miak.
You took my advantage away
Listen, man.
to help the dwarf who was going invisible.
I didn't realize. Oh, yep, there it is.
2 of them
There
hit
it is.
even with the shield. Luckily, you only had to cast it once around.
Mm-hmm. 13 out of 77.
Hold on.
That's a hit. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss. See,
Get
they'd usually, even with the flanking, they'd usually get like 1 attack around.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia.
Resolving my mistake, Annika, go to Rhea.
Annika's like, make up your mind.
Is this one going to go invisible too?
This is when we realized.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. This is where you were like, wait a fucking second. And I was like, oh, shit.
That's a lot of healing for greater.
But yeah, I chugged that, and then you were like, no, and I was like, oh, whoop, let's redo that, and then I had to fix the
The heals.
thing on my sheet.
You had to reapply.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, this group has enough healing as it is. They do not need
No, it's never enough. Literally everyone else can heal but Amelia.
Get on that.
Yep.
No.
You got to start multi-classing into barbarian.
Knowledge domain.
She is 110% DPS. I don't know what you want from her.
All right, you know what? Multi-class into fighter. Get that second wind. You can heal. Multi-class into bastion. Heal yourself.
Do we get to actually do we get to level up anytime soon, or did we level up?
You just leveled up like a couple sessions ago. What are you talking about? You guys hit level 12 right before you started teleport hopping.
It's not enough.
Oh.
I need more.
Oh.
Well, I think we are nearing the end of this book. Yes.
Yes. That doesn't mean
Fairly
you're leveling
close.
up at the end of the book. You don't always level up at the end of the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just where the milestones tend to be.
Mm-hmm. In theory, this campaign goes to level 17. You guys might go higher.
Mm.
Especially since you've got other issues to deal with.
Yeah.
There's a certain vampire that hates Miri. There's a certain demon that Miri contracted. You know, Miri gets this group into a lot
I
of
contracted the demon.
A lot of
And-
adventures.
And technically, I owe her and she owes me. I think we're even.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at all those
hey,
saves.
look at that.
God
Wow.
damn it.
Look at all those saves.
Look at all those
That's
bullshit.
3 20s in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, they were all wasted on deck saves.
Yep.
I mean, it's unfortunate for the damage, you know. But...
I mean, it's unfortunate, but.
And one of them actually still hit because they didn't have advantage on their save. So,
Mm-hmm.
but this is when we started talking about my digital dice being weighted.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Cause bullshit,
A
Squee.
lot of 27s
Three.
tonight. So the fireball hit, and then that's when you correct the mistake and send Annika up.
Annika's just like, I'm sorry, my sister's an idiot.
Oh, right, and you cast a higher level fireball too. You're like, screw this, level 4. Actually, no, I think it was like a level 5, and you just rolled really badly on the.
Yeah, I rolled shit on that higher casting. I was so pissed.
It's one thing I don't like about 5th edition. It's rarely worth it to upcast because the damage increase is not
All that much.
Like I always thought, like, you know, if you upcast a spell from 3rd to 4th level, it should do the same kind of damage that a 4th level spell would do. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But oh well, that's 5e for you. In order to try and balance that out, you'd require. Oh, look at those failed wisdom saves. We haven't seen a lot of
No.
those.
Who could have foreseen any of this?
Oh, purple.
A divination wizard.
And Murray decides to attack with her mace.
11 out of 77.
Look at those eyes; they're closing. they're morphine. They're halfway to X's already.
Oh no.
Ah, yes, the baby birds are starting to cheep.
Mom! By being dead.
I don't remember what that comment was.
I don't either.
Mass healing word, not a great roll on that, I think.
No.
Yeah, but she still gets to add on the bonuses and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I already. Yeah. No, I think that's with bonuses.
There's no way, because you're still within reach of Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with Rhea's bonuses, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Mass healing word
It's
is
3rd level? 4th level?
a 3rd level spell. It's 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier. That might have been with the bonuses.
Well,
So
there would
1d4.
It wouldn't have included Ria's because
yeah.
But
Well, it would have been +2.
2, yeah. So not a great. Well, I was gonna say not a great roll, but I mean it's mass healing word. It's never gonna be that much anyway.
Hey, it's enough to get Amelia through another couple of attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is when Uras got the bright idea that I still have the Thrallkeeper's mark.
Uh-huh.
And I can summon more dryads.
Uh-huh.
To charm, maybe.
Which is good,
stuff.
because I think those go away tomorrow. Might as
Yeah,
well use it
I
while you
think we're
got
getting
them.
close to the end.
Mm-hmm. I believe that they go away. I honestly, I think that today is the last day you'd be able to use it, so it's a good thing that you did.
Mm-hmm. And I did, healing word on Amelia.
Oh,
it's like a level 3 healing word.
Because
too.
I couldn't heal you because I can't see you.
Yep.
Yep. That's okay. I was fine.
So Uras had the great idea: summon the dryads, and then send the dryads to go charm the red mantises, which is a very clever idea, honestly. It's a hit. 1 hit. No.
And another shield.
And another shield cast. My
We're at
gosh.
6.
You had to have been so depleted by the end of this just from shields alone.
I'm actually gonna hop back into Roll20 and see just how many spell slots I have left because I don't know if I have any.
Because I remember you weren't using your sorcery points to convert back into spell slots because you wanted to save them to actually use them as sorcery points.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, no.
I also
ones,
may
no
have forgotten
2s.
to replenish them after our long rest because I'm an idiot and I never do that anymore.
Amelia, at the end of the fight, no level 1s, no level 2s, no level 3s, 1 level 4, no level 5s, no level 6.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yep. That sounds about right.
It's a good thing the fight's over, right? More claw attacks. All of those, one of them hit even with the shield. Ria tries to take down Yellow, or did you turn your attention to Snail?
I think I was still going at yellow.
I think so, because Yellow's a champion, and Ria knew. Ria understood.
Oh, I think I had cast Bless at some point.
Yeah, that's what I think the scaling out was, that you couldn't reach Amelia and Ross.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's right. You were trying to figure out who you could catch at that, and you were like, "Oh, Amelia's out of there, so I'll use it on Ross." And then we were like, "Wait a second, Ross is even further than Amelia."
No, I think Squee was the one that determined we were using it on Ross by mistake.
Yeah, I did. It was my mistake. And
You
Amelia gets
fool.
hit for another 13 points of damage. Pink comes in for more advantaged misses. Oh, I'm sorry, a crit. What was I thinking?
We hadn't seen one of those in a while.
No, it's been at least half a round.
Feels like ages.
Con save?
Oh, yeah. Someone was doing a thing, and they were trying to figure out what kind of save it needed.
For what?
I don't know.
It was its turn. Oh, and then that was the sliced tendon, triple damage, and you can't move. Not like Rhea cared.
Yeah.
Oh.
This was the end of Rhea's cross-country career.
Yeah.
Oh, Rhea's not happy about that. Not the cross country.
No, I have just images of Rhea running in her heavy armor.
Right.
Training montages.
I mean,
It's like
She's-
weight training.
she's got the fleetness materia in there. She's used it before.
Does, yes.
You guys have seen her running in that heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
She's like
Still-
she's like dwarfs, very dangerous over short distances.
She's wasted over long sprints.
Yeah.
That's why you have to have a super long range weapon.
God, I was just thinking, I know there's a little aside.
I can't hit with ranged weapons.
I know there's a little aside, but do you have any idea how many Constitution saving throws that group had to have made running 48 hours after those orcs? They used every inspiration they had. This is where Rhea casts the cross spell.
We were trying to figure out the range for a fireball, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because I was like, "Fuck all of these guys. I'm done. I want to deal with it. I'm using my sorcery points. Go fucking. Fuck this shit."
Right. Yeah, and I was trying to make a circle that covers it, which is really hard to do because circles have to start at like the top left corner.
That's super weird. We were like, this is close enough.
It's fine. Whatevs.
I just wanted something that would hit those three.
Right. She proceeds to hit the dryads and Aras and herself.
No, just me and
No,
Aras.
actually, yeah, she does actually proceed to hit herself and Aras, but uses sorcery
The
points.
dryads are fine.
Uses her sorcery points to notify. So basically, like Aras is watching from the bush, her cast a very, very familiar spell, and Aras going, where? Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's like...
Because if Aras knows anything, she know fireball.
Especially Amelia's.
Yeah, but she knows what it feels like.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's killed her before.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good saves right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she did want to max that shit, Rhea, but she couldn't. Because she had to save her whittle friend. Aras didn't need to make the dex, but did.
Wasting a net.
Yeah, I mean, I just figure she knows what a fireball's like. She's gonna be doing everything she can to get away from it.
I think this is the one that I wasted my 6th level slot on because I was like, God damn it, seriously? That's what I upcast to? Fuck.
Here's only another 3d6.
Oh, yeah, I accidentally posted that. And then it was just Sad Man and Green. Well, and Blue. God, there's still so many on the field.
Pink's up there somewhere.
No, I'm pretty sure Pink's dead.
Pink's dead.
Oh,
Pink's
no, he's over by the
Pink,
by the fireball.
Pink Red Mantis is dead. Pink Gargoyle's still there.
Yeah.
Sad Gargoyle is slashing and gashing.
Said, get good, Amelia.
Why didn't it do its gore? Oh, because Amelia was down.
Yeah.
Yep.
And made it against, made a gore attack against Rhea and won. Man, that was a good round for that gargoyle. Good lord.
Jesus Christ.
Took Amelia down.
To be fair, I did not have a lot of HP at that point, which is why I was like, no, fuck it. Slam dunk right here.
So Amelia's down. Like I said, everyone, this fight was brutal.
Then again, if I cast my memory back to previous fights, Amelia's been downed a lot.
Amelia likes it.
I wonder why. She's into it.
No.
She's fine with it.
Really?
No.
With all of the she's already
Tia.
dying stuff?
Every time she sees a fireball coming her way, she just spreads her arms, closes her eyes, tilts her head up.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Take me, flames.
Purifying.
And look, another failed attack from the mantises.
Oh, those poor bastards.
Just think how clean our souls must be after all of this cleansing in flames.
Yeah. So
My soul was already clean, thank you.
One of the red mantises finally decided that attacking Murray is futile and went around to try and flank Rhea so that Yellow and Snail could have flanks at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was like, would they do that? They're fanatical. I mean, if this goes on long enough, even fanatical people are going to realize futility. Except for Purple. Good old Purple was going to take Murray down, come hell or high water.
And hell got there first.
And this is where Aras sent the Dryads to try and charm the Red Mantises, and we learn an interesting advantage to being fanatical for the Red Mantises. They are immune to charm.
Bastards.
Because they have literally been brainwashed into following orders. And then she's like, well, maybe they can charm the gargoyles. And I was like, unfortunately, the gargoyles are monstrosities, not humanoids or beasts. So they cannot be charmed by dryads.
So I just decided that's fine. They're going to attack anyways.
They got a shillelagh. Oh, that's right. And they shillelagh well.
Yes, they do. These were some master shillelagh users.
They were the shillelaghist.
Mm-hmm. You know, once I get to that point, had that bright idea of like, they'll just hit.
Hi, my name's Shillelagh, and this is my sister Shillelu.
That's our cousin Shala.
Shalabala.
Shalabala, yeah. Still, that image pops into my head every time I hear that name. It haunts me, Squeak.
Oh,
do I still have Shalabala? I don't. I think I lost them in the computer.
It's in the chat somewhere. Hold on, I got you.
People should see Shalabala, Shala's cousin.
Oh. I think I was shooting at one of them.
I found it.
Yes.
I fucking can't. I gotta turn back off the screen.
Hang on. I'm gonna show this to the stream real quick. Here's Shalabala, Shala's cousin.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
It's always nice to have a plan B, right, Rhea?
Oh my god. I fucking can't. I gotta click off the thing so I'm not still looking at it.
I'm still looking at it too.
So distracting.
Yep. So Aras killed the blue gargoyle. And still trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do with those dryads. Onto the... Oh yeah, the yellow mantis.
Yep. No, the snails. The dryads go after snail mantis.
No, that's the next turn, because...
Oh.
It had tried to do the charm and it failed.
Right. I'm saying that when they go after snail.
Mm-hmm.
So snail actually does decent damage. 26 against Rhea and 12 against Rhea. And 22... Wait, what? I'm confused.
There were two different red mantis.
Yellow
and
then snail.
Yeah, so, gosh, that's what? 56... Almost 60.
A lot.
Yeah, almost 60 between the two of them.
Yeah.
A lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Do you think Purple's going to get on that action? No. Purple's on a mission.
This might actually be the point where I went down.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because
they
you did
just
hamstring and you couldn't move.
The two red mantises just finally cut Rhea down.
Mm-hmm.
See, everyone gets to go down in this fight at least once.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Green is coming for Amelia. Someday they're gonna roll. someday.
No.
Anytime. There we go. That's a miss because of shield.
Mm-hmm.
I think I paused to be like, shield. Oh, that's not a miss.
No, it is because they didn't have advantage.
Right. I said it's a miss. Yeah.
Wait, did they?
Oh.
Was she prone? No, because she was prone. She hadn't gotten up because she was down.
Oh,
Fuck.
right.
That's right.
Oh, look, another crit.
Oh.
Double damage and target speed is halved.
Oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun. We need more crits. We don't have enough yet. What's the count, Rhea? Or
at the moment, 2, 5, 10. Give me a second. I got a tally.
He's not in this campaign.
Fuck off, Squee. So, 16 crits across attacks and saves for the baddies, and then I have 3 for us.
Yeah, but 3 good ones. Oh, look at that!
Look,
2
there they
20s
go.
in a row. Oh man, quadruple damage.
So 18 for you.
And 3 for us.
I think this equaled out pretty fair. No. And he retreats.
And they got 5 crit fails so far.
Amelia's turn. 2 of the gargoyles are dead. The fireball killed them. There's only 2 left on her side of the map. Blue is dead too.
I think I go after Sad Boy. I'm pretty sure.
Nope. Not according to the turn order.
Shut the fuck up.
What? I'm confused.
I said I was like, I'm gonna attack Sad Boy.
Oh, okay. So
oh my God.
The words you
I
said
also took it
could
like
be
you were
taken
going
two
to attack
completely
after
different ways.
him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, your words weren't wrong. They just had 2 meanings.
Dishing out 60 hit points.
Nice. Very nice.
Divvying that up.
Oh.
Oh
Yep,
yeah,
there.
this is where you went with negative energy flood, your like 5th level spell on Sad Boy. And he has to make a con save, which they're actually really good at, but he failed.
Yeah, he sure whiffed that.
But not a great damage roll for necrotic energy flood or negative energy flood.
Yeah, considering the rolls I've gotten on that before, yeah.
Yeah. He's still up. And it's Sad's turn, and Sad's like, I didn't like that, ma'am. Here, take some damage. You cast shield, of course. No.
No, I didn't cast shield this one
yeah.
because that was the only one that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Purple, you can do this. You can get Murray. I believe in you. Hey, Purple! Hey! And a crit! Yay, Purple, your moment to shine. Everyone else is silent for some reason. Why is everyone else silent? Max damage, 36 points. 'Cause sneak attack. Ah, Purple. I knew you could do it if you just believed in yourself.
I think they got really close to downing me at this point.
Yeah, you didn't go down again,
yeah.
but you got very close to going down.
Yeah, I was hovering in the single digits at some point.
Very touch and go. But just imagine you stood up to 3 red mantises attacking you continuously for many rounds, and your sanctuary kept you up. It's nuts how much damage you mitigated with.
I mean, I kept them from attacking other people.
Yeah.
And I kept pumping out heals.
Like we haven't seen Sanctuary that effective since the zombie owlbears.
Yeah, we haven't had a good choke point like that in quite a while.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't even have a choke point this time. You just had fanatics.
Yeah.
Same, yo. What, you also had a wisdom of 1?
No, I think I think someone said he was having a bad time, and I was like, yeah, same.
Oh, I may have done some heals. I think I just went before Ross.
Yeah, you're doing the heals.
There we go.
Tasty.
Yeah, I what is it? Healing word. I forget the range on that.
Oh man, what did I do this turn?
Shalalas.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
shooting.
right.
Shalalas and shooting.
My oh my.
Shalabalas.
Shalalabalas. Yep.
And then I think I also shot at like one of the green gargoyle or something. Maybe I didn't.
What was the Arcana for? Oh, the Arcana was for you to know whether or not they were charmable.
Yeah, whether I could charm the gargoyles.
Because I was giving you a chance to not waste your action with them on trying to charm something that couldn't be charmed. Because I was like, I mean, would she know? Let's have her roll for it. And if she knows, then at least she doesn't waste their turn trying to charm them.
Which I appreciate.
Uh-huh. I am a benevolent DM, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to help you guys.
Mm-hmm.
What was the crit ratio again, Katia?
Mm-hmm. So many.
20 to like 4 now.
Oh, look.
Mm-hmm.
They shillelagh good.
Mm-hmm.
It's
crit
bludgeoning. So winded, maximum double damage. Which maximum double damage for a dryad is, give me a second. So a club with shillelagh can do 12, so what, 24 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And
then
again,
a second.
And then again.
I think I double clicked it on, or you double clicked it on accident. But only the first one. Yeah.
See, this is how. See, I think this crit still has to count for me because I rolled it. No, it should go to the good guy side. And look,
I crit again.
Crit. Yes. Mm-hmm. Look at all these 20s.
So we're now 19 to 6.
Well done. You guys are catching up.
Wow.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Double damage. The target is pinned to the ground and becomes restrained.
Yeah, I pinned Snail Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you shot. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, and hit him for, what is that, 42 points of damage. No, 46 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
No, 36.
Was that on Snail Boy or was that on the green one?
No, it was on Snail Boy. She was focusing on, she was focus firing the dryads and her, trying to take Snail Boy down.
Right.
Because I knew they are so lethal and, you were...
Mm-hmm.
And then here's Yellow with literally 1 hit point left, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's got like 1 round maybe. He's going for broke. He's going out in a blaze of glory, Yellow. You can do it. Miss. Yellow, no. Snail does not like this. I think Snail attacked dryads? Yeah, and missed.
Yeah.
And didn't hit, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
And then you skipped me.
You didn't deserve to go.
That make Rhea sad.
I'm curious what Rhea did. Did she focus on yellow or did she turn on snail?
I think I kept going with yellow.
I think so too. That's a hit, 14. Okay, so yellow wasn't down yet. There was a point where yellow was like 1 or 2 hit points left, and I was
There
like,
he is.
yeah. Oh, finally he's dead. Yeah, okay, so he had one, and
You hit him for 14.
so I remember now. The reason why I thought yellow was epic was because they hung in there for like 2 rounds with 1 or 2 hit points, and while they didn't do damage themselves, them being there was allowing gargoyles to attack with advantage, was allowing snail to attack with advantage, and the longer they stayed there, the more damage Rhea took, and Rhea went down because yellow was standing there. And what a Chad.
But I finally got him down and was able to turn around and focus on snail.
And purple's still over here, staring at Weary.
He's minding his business.
Purple has a mission, Weary.
He will succeed one day.
Actually, he already has. He crit. And snail's dead. So only 1 red mantis left, and only 3 gargoyles left. The fight is almost over, but the party's drained.
Yep.
Most of them are low health. Everyone's gone down at least once. Few people have any spells left. Green goes to make an attack, I believe. Yeah, I remember how the rest of this plays out. It's actually Rhea's turn because again.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess I took out snail as well that turn, and then moved over
you
purple.
took out you took out yellow, spun around, took out snail, and then moved up to purple. Nice. And another crit. At this point, I think the players were just like, "Of course, fucking of course."
Yeah.
So you didn't get disadvantage on the next attack. It's actually a pretty lame crit, if you ask me. But hey, oh my god, look at all those hits, even with shield. I don't think you. Yeah, you did cast shield just to save yourself from that 1 gore.
We're at 7 shields.
Amazing. Pink gargoyle. What does pink do now? Oh yeah, it still goes for advantage on Rhea because of purple. Can pink do it? Nope. Yes! 9 slashing. Yes! 7 slashing. So still doing a number on Rhea.
Yep.
Amelia. How them spell slots looking?
Oh, they're looking sparse.
Is this the part where you got smart and finally went back over to us?
I think you're right.
Over here, boo.
I think this is the part where she was just like, you know what? I'm done being a dumbass.
Yep, there she goes.
Oh god. Yep, went over here and I think I cast something on pink?
Maybe?
Maybe. That or I double moved. I don't think I double moved.
5, 10, 15, 20. No, you didn't double move. You're casting a pentagram. Fireball right there. But you're gonna, I said.
Did I?
I didn't ask how big the room was.
Constitution fail. No. Yeah. Oh, because you cast
shatter.
I
think
again.
this is my last shatter.
Yep. Jeez,
oh god.
Running on fumes, Amelia.
That's when I killed Sad Guy.
Yep. Sad Guy did. Oh, that's right. That's what the triangle is for. You were like, which of these looks damaged?
Right.
And then it was Purple's turn. Purple, I believe in you. You failed me! Purple, just one more and you could have hit her and maybe even downed her. But you suck. Does Murray finally drop Sanctuary? No, she just moves away. And he tries to attack. He tries so hard. Wisdom? No. No. She's just so fluffy.
I think that was the point where I was like, all right, I'm going to give him disadvantage. Oh, well, wait, let's see if he hits first.
I like to imagine where he just looked at him, sniffed, turned, and walked away. Like, you're not going to hit me. And then where he did stuff. It was very enthralling. Heals.
I was
so
probably casting Cure Wounds.
So
yeah,
heals.
that's Cure Wounds on Amelia.
Uh-huh. Amelia was having some problems.
That's only what, it's only a level 3. That's not bad. Not a bad roll.
Yeah.
Ross, I think, was cleaning up gargoyles at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kick him off.
Yeah. Being invisible and finally able to actually get into a rhythm with shooting. So I did all the other non-damage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard to aim when you can't see your gun.
Yeah. It's all muscle memory, and I don't quite have that memory I used to.
And the dryads flank purple, and this was the beginning of the end. It's a hit for 8 bludgeoning, and then oh no, one of them had to double move to get that flank.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then Ross had her gun. Oh, that's right. She went
Yeah.
underneath this one and shot it right up the bum.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what Amelia's like,
22 butt
And
damage.
It went right through the bum and the head.
Yeah.
And that gargoyle's dead. And there's one gargoyle and one red mantis left.
Correction, 30 butt damage.
30 total butt damage.
Yeah.
And it was at this point, actually, it was before this round where I determined green and pink were going to run for it because they saw everyone die and they knew things weren't going their way. They were GTFOing on their turn. Well, green didn't get anywhere. Pink at least tried. Oh, look.
I did get a crit!
Yeah.
You people and all your crits. It's ridiculous.
I think mine was... I don't remember. Was it... What was it?
Piercing damage, maximum damage, and roll the damage dice again. So basically, you got your max plus 5.
Mm-hmm. Which wasn't a lot.
Honestly, it's absurd how many crits you guys got.
Sure. I feel like we went to the Oprah show, except we didn't get any prizes.
I get a crit. I get a crit.
I believe this was enough with that smite to finish off purple.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't know if we thought about this or not, but that max damage should have included the 4d8.
I don't know if we did or not.
Didn't matter.
I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah, no, he was dead. But in theory, that should have been another 32 points of damage and rolled again.
Oof.
And then there was one. Because Green's dead.
I tried to actually move up towards Amelia so I could actually give disadvantage to attacks on her.
And Pink was like, I'm out. I can fly at 60 feet, so I am 120 feet out of here. And Aras is like, DM.
Actually,
I have this thing called talent.
And a gun.
Yeah, that's the most important part. You know,
probably important. Yes.
I'm calling hacks. She's got names on it.
So basically, like that scene from Django. Is that him? Yes. Positive? I don't know. You don't know if you're positive? I don't know what that means. It means you're certain. Yes, I'm certain. Or, yes, I'm positive. Positive what? I know that's him. Bam! Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually did hit him. That's right, because Pink
we
actually
were
had...
trying to determine if, like, you're 12 feet tall, plus your arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got him, and then he ran, and even suffered the opportunity attack, which I think you whiffed on? I'm not sure.
I think that's the 9, yeah.
Yeah, he whiffed on that one. And then that's when Aras is like, are you positive?
Yeah. Leave no survivors behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Branding smite, hit, died. By the way, still rolling with advantage because still invisible. And that was it. Pink was dead.
We know she's around here somewhere.
And
we can hear the sound of the gun.
And thus ended a fight that was so brutal and unbelievable that I could not just recap it. I had to show it to you guys in all its glory because that was phenomenal.
God.
With that, the forces had either been fled or killed off, with one exception. They looked around at the carnage around them. Some Shoanti dead, many still alive, as the Shoanti are a hardy breed. But they still heard the sound of Krojin shouting off in the distance, and looked over. I don't know if I show this on the recording or not. They looked over to see Krojin battling the Cinderlander and a fire pelt cougar.
A man with a wide-brimmed hat. We don't know who it is.
Cinderlander.
And
it's not
Tangletooth.
like we called it or anything.
Hey, I know that guy.
No, the player characters don't know yet, but the players knew exactly who it was when they saw him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was my dad.
The Cinderlander.
I took one look at that douchey hat and I knew exactly who it was.
And the fire pelt cougar. Yeah, Mary says, "Oh, hey, I know that guy. The cat, I mean." So
Tangletooth. What are you doing here, bud?
On Tuesdays, Katia is running Rise of the Rune Lord. Well, a very heavily modified Rise of the Rune Lords for us. And we just ran into Tangletooth, who is the same kind of cougar, fire pelt cougar, that uses the exact same token.
She's amazing, and I love her.
She's wonderful.
And is the epitome of cat.
Emmy begrudgingly befriended her.
It's for a good cause.
Mars is going to want to make friends with her. I want Mars to be happy. Fine.
You're not gonna kill me? Yeah, alright, whatever.
And that is how the session ended. We stopped right there. And we will pick up next time with the fight still going. It's a good thing you guys, you still have plenty of resources, right?
Hey, I think I've got one of each spell slot, plus a few extra level ones.
You can't
except for level 6.
I was gonna say you can't still have 1/6 left.
No, I dropped a heal.
I've still got Shield of Faith, and I believe I've still got some smites in me.
Yeah, and you know what? You guys can take a short. You could take a short rest. Get some stuff back. You know.
I was in the middle of a nap. Can I continue my long rest?
I'm sure Krojin could hold them off for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know.
All right,
how do we feel about like 6?
All right, everyone. Thanks for bearing with us as we recap the last session. This was actually a 3.5 hour, almost 3 hours and 40-minute session, but we were playing it at a faster speed. So next Monday, which is the 24th of August, barring technical difficulties or anything. We should be streaming live. So we hope you come join us as we continue from here. They are almost finished with book 4. Probably a handful of sessions left. 4 or 5.
I am
maybe.
so scared for book 5.
I'm sure we can stretch it out a little bit longer.
What, you don't do just a whole dungeon crawl?
You
Just
guys,
a whole last dungeon?
you guys still have Death Head's Vault to do. So
Yeah.
good times. We'll see you guys
Can
then.
we just speed run that?
Oh,
Well, yeah, we'll run at a double time. It'll be
by
fine.
all means, glitch through the wall.
Oh yes.
All right, guys, take care.
Bye.